Julia Moffett from Channel 13. Thank you, Julia.
Thank you. I feel like a rock star in this room. That's what I just have to do. I have to just do it year after year after year after year. But I think I've told you before, if you go to an event that you can wear tennis shoes to instead of high heels, right, ladies? Yes. Yes. So I definitely have my sneakers on tonight, and I hope all of you do too. We are so happy you're here with us tonight. It is a great event. First of all, did anybody run the Mini this morning? Anyone? All right, a couple. Good for you. And you're here tonight. Awesome. Well done. And shame on the rest of you losers. What are you all doing? I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. I did it one time just so I could say I did it one time, and that's all I need. So this is my 10th year. It's a great organization. It's a great event, and as we lead up to it every year, I'm always happy to be able to tell people where I'm going and about the great work that not only the volunteers do, but nurses and doctors do for these families. So tonight you're going to meet, as Jennifer alluded to, some pretty amazing people, not just the kids that you're going to meet tonight, but also these volunteers that make this camp for them just an amazing experience. So we're so happy you're here, and we hope that when you leave here tonight, you leave here and spread the word about this great organization, because that's really so important. And that's how we get people back in this room every year to get in their pockets, so we can keep doing this. So for those of you who were here, actually I'm surprised I was invited back here last night, or this year, because if you were here last year, you saw an amazing camper who about stole the show from me, did steal the show from me. In fact, he's here with us again tonight, Dijon Walker. You guys remember him last year? Exactly. So Dijon, come on up. He was our keynote speaker, for those of you who don't know, last year. And so luckily for us, he is back. And Dijon, what are you going to do for us this evening?
I'm going to say the prayer.
He's going to say the prayer, and I'm going to get out of your way, and then we'll enjoy dinner, and then we'll get the program underway. Dijon, it's all up to you.
Welcome, everyone, and thank you for coming. I was a keynote speaker last year, and I loved it so much that I wanted to come back and see you guys again. Can everyone please bow for prayer? Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, I thank you for this day, this wonderful day you have given to us, Lord. Thank you for the fellowship of the people that get to come today, Lord, and just see wonderful things happen tonight, Lord. I want you to bless this food to our bodies, and just have us a wonderful time today, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Good evening. We'll go ahead and, in the interest of time, kind of get the program started, but I know that a lot of tables are still finishing up dinner and also finishing up your desserts, so please continue to do that. Cling, 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 cling. I don't have a wine glass to cling. Thank you. So kind. It's like the worst. I have to interrupt you while you're having fun and enjoying one another's company. But we will go ahead and get the program started here, just kind of in the interest of time. But again, if you didn't hear me, please continue to enjoy your dinner if you're still dining, and I know you've got dessert and coffee being served. We just wanted to take a few minutes to kind of do some housekeeping. As we've told you before, so many great people make this evening possible, so we want to make sure we thank them before we get things going any further. And we have a couple of special guests here with us tonight. Justin Snow, he's a former long snapper for the Indianapolis Colts, so he is joining us this evening. Justin, thank you so very much for being with us tonight. We so appreciate it. He's really here, right? Anthony? Is he not here? Okay, well, he had good intentions. He had good intentions. All right, never mind. Somebody down here that snapped footballs is with us before. All right, there we go. All right, and we will also, I only saw Anthony's face as I was saying that, going, oh, that's not happening. So Anthony Costanza with the Indianapolis Colts, by the way, who is here. This guy does show up 6 years now, Anthony, you've been coming out here. I don't know, for some of you newcomers, Anthony left without shoes one year because he sold them right here on the stage to raise money for Champ Camp. So that is the guy you want supporting your organization. So, Anthony, thank you so very much. All right, so now on behalf of Champ Camp, I'd also like to extend a thank you to all of the staff, by the way, here at the Conrad. You guys are awesome. I just asked for a second bottle of white wine. I got one right away. So thank you. Dinner was lovely. The service is always wonderful. So best hotel really in Indianapolis, in my opinion. So thank you for all you do for Champ Camp as well. So I'd also like to recognize 13 members of the board of directors of Champ Camp. I mean, guys, they work tirelessly throughout the entire year to not only make this event happen, but to also make a great summer for many special kids. So whether it's through the preparation of this event tonight, the golf outing that they do in August, or the fundraising that really has to be done because of the zip line and all of the accessible treehouse at Bradford Woods, Champ Camp really is lucky to have these 13 people that are with them, the men and women that really are truly committed to this organization. So thank you. We so appreciate you guys. So we'd also like to recognize now our sponsors for tonight's event specifically. So the financial support of the corporate partners really makes Champ Camp possible. So please hold your applause. We'll try and get through this because there are a couple of the ones that I have to mention here. So first, I'd like to recognize and thank our monetary sponsors for their financial support of the Silver Sneaker Ball. So that's Robert and Margene Beck and Steve Mitchell. So thank you guys. Really appreciate it. And now to recognize and thank the following corporate table sponsors who have joined us here this evening: Collective Alternative, Crow Horwath, Dave and Mary Ellen Carter, Deloitte, Ermco and the Gossett family, First Electric Supply Company, Car Auction Services, Mobile Drill International, Northwestern Mutual Wise Financial, Ray Skillman, Westside Auto Mall, Corals and Brady, the Heritage Group, the Osborne family, Tim and Jamie Mitchell, Timmy Global Health, and Trends International. A big thank you to all of those companies. And so now we'd also like to recognize our Laced for Success sponsor, and that is Modern Woodmen of America. So we'd like to thank you for always going above and beyond, really, Champ Camp. We truly appreciate the partnership, so thank you. And now for our mobile bidding sponsor. So you see how many people it takes to put an organization like this, you know, to get them ahead. So many people are involved. We so appreciate it. So we'd like to thank one of our new sponsors actually this year, and it's Window Makeover. They're actually the underwriting for the mobile bidding technology, and I bet they sit about right back there tonight. So they really have enabled all of our bidding on the silent auction items. So thank you for really making this technology available to us and doing all the great work. So we really appreciate it tonight, you guys. Thank you. So we'd also like to recognize our platinum sponsor, and that is Ambu. So we thank you guys for continued partnership with Champ Camp. We really appreciate all the volunteers, your company, obviously. They all actually come down to Bradford Woods to assist the campers at camp on the move-in and move-out days. So that is a huge investment of their time, and we really appreciate that and your financial support tonight. So thank you, Ambu. All right, so now I would like to invite Scott Beatty. He is the president of Champ Camp Board of Directors to the stage for the presentation of our Premier and Presenting Sponsorship Awards. Scott.
Thank you, Julia. Good evening. So I am honored to be able to be here tonight and to have an opportunity to genuinely thank the individuals that step up and really help this happen. On behalf of Champ Camp Board of Directors and the entire organization, I want to welcome Leslie to the stage, please. And I've gotten to know Leslie and her family, and I know that Leslie's going to come up here, but this is truly a family affair. Her entire family always steps up. They do a wonderful job of helping us financially. She sends folks to camp every single year to help us at the evenings, so we don't have to stay up every single night. So we really couldn't do what we do here tonight without what you do for us. The week of camp, you make it so much easier on us. So I just want to say thank you to you, the entire staff that you have, your family. We thank you very much. Okay, now our presenting sponsor. The Indianapolis Colts have stepped up, and once again, on behalf of the entire organization, the board of directors, we want to thank you at the Indianapolis Colts for doing what you guys do. I would like to ask Amy Davis to please step to the stage to accept the award. So once again, you guys, we couldn't do what we do without every single individual in this room coming to this event and providing us the opportunity to do what we do every week for these kids. So we thank you and the Indianapolis Colts. By all means, please extend this to them. It's all you. I'll put this back down here for you. We had this issue.
Aw, that's not nice. If I'd had heels on, make this and then wait, the guys would wear heels. Yeah. Just kidding. I know that's a horrible idea. So a big thank you to TenderCare and of course the Indianapolis Colts. Give them another round of applause. We so appreciate you guys. All right, so for another special presentation, the much anticipated, the Silver Sneaker Award. So I'd like to introduce two very important people. If you're first timers here, you might not know that Nancy McCurdy and Dave Carter are actually without their vision many, many years ago and their passion and their drive for what they do, Champ Camp might not have become a reality. So can I please welcome Dave and Nancy as they present the 2017 Silver Sneaker Award. I'll do this for Dave.
Okay. Whoa. Welcome, everybody. It's good to see old friends and new friends. Over the years, well, Julia made mention to this many, many years ago. We had this vision about Champ Camp. And we have worn many different hats over those years. 20-some years ago, I stood here as a camp director and Dave's supervisor, and I still like to play that role. But now I've moved on to being a camp founder and the camp historian and the keeper of memories that nurture the soul and warm the heart year after year. When we started camp 27 years ago, we aspired to be the best. And we've never lost sight of that. And you all have inspired us along the way to keep raising the bar. The talents and the resources of all of you have allowed us to grow and has brought our vision to life. The adventure of camp is fun. It is so much fun. I can't even describe it. And I hope many of you, when you think about camp, you go back to your own experiences, either as a camper or as a camp counselor, and envision how much that meant to you and how camp builds character. It breeds determination and self-confidence. So we call this Champ Camp. It is a network. It is a community. It is a family. And we are so lucky to have the gifts of so many of you that have allowed us to pursue the dream. So, on behalf of all of us, thank you for being here. How was that, Dave? Okay, good. Wait. This is the very first year I have not written Dave's speech, so listen carefully. So, go for it, Dave.
I really struggled. The Silver Sneaker Award is an opportunity to recognize individuals over the past number of years who have really stepped up and helped our organization one way or another. And it's something we look forward to presenting each and every year. and we're glad to do it again this year. This year's recipient through the years has really come to fully embrace the essence of camp, clearly developed a passion for what Champ Camp is and does. And each and every year, his organization has an event that they contribute all their proceeds back to camp for our benefit of the organization. In his work, he truly believes in Champ Camp and provides unmatched and unparalleled excitement and enthusiasm, often encouraging those around him to generously give such that unfulfilled dreams of our campers and the organization may be met. So with that, I'd like to present the 2017 Silver Sneakers Award. Do we have it? To Darren Lawson, our auctioneer.
Oh, okay. I don't see him. Aha, here he is. Really? Are you surprised?
I am totally got.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I'll do a quick thing.
Okay.
Okay, you're going to hear a lot more from me later, but I am got. Nobody tipped me off, Rick Adams. Yeah, this is. I do a couple dozen of these types of events per year, and don't tell if anybody else hears from any of my other charities. I love you all. This one has always meant a lot to me because of everything that you all do and what you do for these kids and the things that you make available to them, and you change lives, and I'm pleased to be a part of it and look forward to being a part of it for many years to come. So thank you guys very much.
So a little bit of catching up to do. These are always big times for us. Really reflected back a lot how far we have come since when we first started this type of Sneakers Ball event. And our very first one was back in 1995. And by hands, did anybody attend that ball by chance? A few? Yeah, we did. You're right, we did. Well, we have really come quite a ways. We had really big dreams back then. When Nancy and I envisioned this camp in 1991, every year we'd come to camp and we realized, wow, we have counselors and campers that weren't alive back then, and we're now on the other side of that hill, and that's a great thing to see it continue. But we had big dreams then, and we were raising funds at that time, but I will tell you where we are today is phenomenally different than we were then. We really were raising funds back in those days for sip and puff, water soaker squirt guns, adaptive fishing poles and reels for our kids, supplies to develop canoes with outriggers so that we could put kids out on a lake without the challenge of them tipping over with their equipment. We had some equipments that went over, but fortunately no kids went. That's always a good thing. In those fundraising efforts, there was great enthusiasm, and our efforts matched the creativity. Back then, we really, in that creativity of looking how we could get top dollars, one of our top prizes was auctioning off, and unfortunately he's not here tonight, Dr. Chuck, our medical director for DATE, the most eligible bachelor of Indianapolis at the time. And our greatest auction item of that year was the high-topped tennis shoes that were signed by none other than Billy Ray Cyrus.
That was the top.
That
was
we
the
were
top.
at the top of the table.
That was at the top.
And I'll share with you, Kyle, my son, is the recipient of this, but we used to get tennis shoes donated to us to put on tables. And Anthony, you'll appreciate this because Reggie Wayne signed a pair of tennis shoes that we just put on a table that no one claimed. And I took them and said, "Here, Kyle, have a pair of Reggie." Don't know what the heck's ever going to amount to him, but by golly, you got his shoes. So it's been 25 years, and there's been a lot of dreams that have come to reality, and our aspirations have grown. And now we're looking at how we raise funds for hot air balloon rides and opportunities for climbing gears and tents. And no longer, thank goodness, am I having to sit under a fishing pier and put one 4-inch fish on the hook of every rod of every kid that's camping.
We did that once.
Why?
And then we
Because
tried to cook them.
Nancy thought we would catch our dinner for camp.
We'd catch.
We,
That's right.
and it's really a good thing because we would have all starved if we depended on that. So fortunately, things have changed, and our lives have continued. And 3 years ago, you'll recall, those of you who've been here, we really embarked on a new quest. New challenges. You know, we have always had aspirational thoughts of what we could do to make this camp really be something special for our campers, knowing how it impacts their lives. And we've taken another incredible journey that many of you are aware of. And it was a dream to create and construct a zip line at Bradford Woods for kids that had never been done. And we were able to do that through the giving of these gifts and individuals. And we continued those dreams. And while that project is done, you heard me mention in the last couple of years that we're looking to build an accessible ramp to get up to that zip line. And at that top of that ramp, we want to build an experiential treehouse. We're at $150,000 of that $350,000 goal that happens every year, primarily from the fundraising here. And while we would like to continue to build this next venture in phases and build the ramp and then the treehouse, while the dream is there and the opportunity to do that is real, we recognize and know that we have to have all the funds available before that project can begin. So they're on the drawing board. It's going to be a great thing in Bradford Woods. The vision with that treehouse will open to the stars. There's eagles roosting across the lake. There's parts of life that our campers never get to experience. And we know we'll achieve that dream, much like what Nancy and I saw in a vision in 1991. So we continue to show the unlimited potential of the human spirit, not only here, but in our campers and the counselors that help us each and every year in many ways, such that we are fortunate to be a part of their lives every week, 1 week of that year, watch them grow, mature, develop, and know that we can make an impact in their lives as much as they make in ours. So Nancy and I are forever grateful for your presence and your gifts of time and money that allow us to envision our dream to come true and believing truly in that vision. And it's with our hope that with this short video that you're now going to see, that the following message from our speakers, which we'll look forward to, that we're able to continue to capture your hearts so you can see this dream continue on for the lives of these campers for many, many more years to come. Thanks very much for being here, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
I really like Champ Camp. I like riding horses at camp.
We're going to do lots of fun things like zip lining, swimming, horseback riding, and you're going to meet new people and make friendships.
I've been here since I was really young, so a whole lot of people here that I already know, and whenever there's new counselors and new campers, I can't wait to get to know them on one level.
Counselors, the campers, and our respiratory therapists, all types of people are really good to me, and they teach you life lessons.
Look for
you make other new friends at camp camp?
I like everything pretty much. I don't know why, I just like it.
There's a lot of different activities and it's just fun.
Champ Camp is great because there's a whole lot of people that have the same like dilemmas and they can really relate to each other.
I love camp camp, and the reason why is because you get to do so many activities like fishing, swimming, and a lot of other stuff.
I'm really comfortable at it.
There's a whole lot of people here that I can relate to.
You can do a lot of stuff, and it's fun.
It's a really fun place.
I like it. At first I was mixed emotions on nerves and excitement. But then once I actually did it was really quite enjoyable. I like what it does, and I like what we do, so it's pretty cool.
And that's why I like Champ Camp.
I love Champ Camp, and I'll be back next year.
I've had a really good time and I hope this camp continues to grow and continues to do what it does.
So that's pretty amazing. Hoping that this camp continues and hoping that it continues to do what it does. You hear it there from a camper right out of his mouth. How amazing this is for many of these campers. This camp was the first time they'd ever been away on their own from their families. And also to kind of speak to you about, can you imagine the parents that 24/7 they're making sure that their children are getting the best care that they can get. And then they know that they can send them away to a place that's amazing and that they're going to be with the best caring doctors and nurses so that they can have those amazing experiences. So that's what we're talking about tonight. I hope, again, that it does to your heart what it does to mine, and you know how important it is. And that's what we're here tonight to continue, to make sure this continues to happen. So before we hear directly from our keynote speakers tonight, which I know you're really going to enjoy, Grace and Maddie, by the way, I'd like to introduce the girls' parents. So would you please join me in welcoming to the stage Nolan and Sherry Bagajon. They are Grace's parents, and Peter and Ronnie Walsh, who are Maddie's parents. So please, you guys, come on up.
Hello, I'm Sherry Bagajon. I'm Grace's mom. My husband Nolan is in the audience, but he's just chosen to sit and watch this evening. But we are thrilled that Grace has the opportunity to talk with you tonight. I think that girls have done an excellent job telling you about themselves and their struggles, and I think you'll get a good glimpse of their personalities. When you listen to Grace, it's important for you to know that when she was born, we had a totally normal, typical baby with no disability at all. She was totally fine until about age 2.5 or 3 when we noticed that she started to change. She started talking like a toddler normally does, but by age 3, she had stopped using all of her words. Soon after, she was diagnosed as severe to profoundly deaf in both ears. About a year after that, she lost some vision due to optic nerve damage. She had complete use of her body like any other normal kid, but by age 5, over a week's time, she lost the use of her arms. And that was just stunning to see, that your kid could not use their arms. They just dangled at her side rather quickly and rather alarming. By age 6, she needed a walker to support her walking, and by age 8, she got her first wheelchair. So we watched as our daughter deteriorated over the years, and every new issue sent us seeking the experts and the doctors trying to help us figure out what was going on. We saw numerous doctors in Cincinnati. We took her to the neurologists at the Cleveland Clinic. We even took her out to Johns Hopkins for a visit to have her evaluated, and none of those doctors had ever seen a child like Grace. We all want a special kid, but you don't want a kid that special. And at the same time, we were also working tirelessly to get her educated. It was my goal in life that this child was going to be able to communicate and to read. And it has been a long journey, and to have her be able to stand or to sit up here and speak to you with a speech that she wrote herself it just fills me with such pride. I can't explain it. From where we began to where we are now, it's a tremendous achievement for her and for us. Her breathing issues started at age 8, and it landed us in the ER with a child who could not breathe and was turning purple in my arms. We didn't know at the time, but we stayed for 57 days. And at the end of that hospital stay, we came home with a trach, a ventilator, a power wheelchair, a G-tube, a team of nurses, an extremely fragile child to take care of at home. It was heartbreaking for us to do the tracheostomy surgery. The doctors at the time told us that she would not be allowed to swim anymore, and that they didn't know if she would be able to speak after the surgery. And if you knew my daughter now, you'd know that they were very wrong about that. Thank goodness. But we also knew that without the trach, she would never leave the hospital. So it was a choice that we had to make. When I heard about Champ Camp, I was very excited and in need of a break from the rat race that had become our house. Grace had only had her trach for 5 months and was breathing on it 24/7 when she first came to camp. And I was terrified to let her out of my sight. It was exhausting for me to have that worry and that responsibility all the time, but the thought of letting her go somewhere for 5 days seemed like something we needed to figure out how to do this. I had never met these people. I didn't know if they would know to watch her face to make sure she's not turning purple. Would they understand her, how to work her wheelchair, how to work her cochlear implant, her hearing aid? Would they be patient when trying to listen to her to see what she had to say? I ended up writing a 24-page manual on how to take care of Grace, and it still goes with her to camp every year. I've been told it was the most elaborate list of instructions for any child they've ever seen, but it made me feel better knowing that they had the information and she would come home alive, so everything was good. And after that first year of camp, the first year of camp was fantastic. It was a great break for us as a family. We got a break from the nurses that had, we had a nurse in our house all the time. It was a break from Grace. It was from all of her alarms, from the chaos that having a medically needy child brings to your home. It let us spend some quality time with just our son Jacob, because all of this severely disrupted his life as well. He's almost 3 years older than she is. And it gave Grace a great sense of independence and let her know that she would be okay even without mom or dad around. The second year when we dropped her off, it only took her 5 minutes before she turned around and said, "Okay, Mom, you can go. And I promise I won't be homesick." So now she wishes camp could be all summer, as do we. We wish camp could be all summer. But she's made some great friends. Her friendship with Maddie is truly special, and we all look forward to Champ Camp each year. And we are so grateful for all the time and energy that they put into giving our kids a normal camp experience. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy their speech.
That's a tough act to follow. My name is Peter Walsh. I'm Maddie's father. We're from Chicago. I'm going to discuss briefly with you, just like Sherry did, Maddie's medical situation and try to cover about 10 years of her life in about 90 seconds or so bear with me. And my wife's going to cover Champ Camp, and I'm going to wrap up. Maddie was born about 14 or 15 years ago with her twin sister, Kayla, and when she was born, there were literally 20 physicians, specialists, respiratory therapists, nurses, technicians of all types in a surgical, and I imagine what is an operative suite with the big pan lights. And as she was born, the nurse started screaming at me, "Look, Mr. Walsh, look." And I've always been vertically challenged, and so at 5'5" on my best day, I said I would if you'd get the heck out of the way. I wasn't necessary, and there was 3 rows of medical practitioners in front of me. And with that, you know, they rushed by me with Maddie, and Maddie went to the NICU, and within 4 days, she had a tracheostomy, and she was on a ventilator. And, of course, my wife and I were very fearful, and we were anxious. And the most amazing part about it is that at about 7 days of life, I was convinced that this little 7-day-old infant who was holding my hand and looking into my eyes was conveying the message to me that, Dad, chill out. It's going to be okay. I got this. And the reality is, over the last 15 years, soon to be 15 years, she's got it. And so we lived in Children's Memorial Hospital. She was transferred for 4.5 months. And when I say we lived there, I was there 4 shifts a day, and from 2 until 5 in the morning, one of the shifts was, and my sons, Ryan, who's 23, and JP was 21 at the time, they were like 8 and 6, and they would come and visit Maddie, but we literally lived in the hospital for 4.5 months, and then very joyous day, Maddie came home. What we didn't understand is that in Illinois, the major insurers, one of them that has the same color as my jacket in their name, I won't tell you who they are, use your imagination here, they were denying home nursing coverage to 790 families in Illinois, and costing taxpayers about $25 or $30 million doing it. And so my wife and I were Maddie's nurses because we had to go with public aid for nursing, and my wife would dutifully work until 1:30 or 2, and then I would take the 2 to 7 or 8 o'clock shift, and if the phone rang at 7, I would answer it 2 South, which actually Maddie is on the 2nd floor on the south side of our house. And that went on for about 1.5 years, but I got really mad because my wife doesn't do that well without sleep. And I thought, well, I just take on those insurers, and we did. And with the Attorney General, we beat them. And they settled for about $30 million, and they restored home nursing to 750 families. And that was one of the greatest accomplishments in my legal career, seriously, bar none. So we got nursing, and we came to live with having nurses in our household. And at first it was a little unnerving because I thought, they're going to discover that we're like really nutty and report us, you know, and you had to be normal all the time, which is like, we're not. And so, you know, if Ronnie and I were arguing, it was like, hey, hush, hush, you know, we'd go in the bathroom and talk in muffled tones. So, but these nurses became like our best friends, some of them, and they would travel with us to Ireland or New York for Broadway, you know, and all over the country. And one of them, Marilyn, just passed away. We love her. And so I can tell you that, now I got to cover the next 10 years in 30 seconds. I can tell you that Maddie's been through at least 15, maybe more surgeries. And you know, in the pre-anesthetic room, you're with your daughter, and they got the lights on in the surgical suite, and you look at all those surgeons waiting for you. It was just like when she was born. I was anxious, and to this day, she, you know, I feel like there's something wrong with me because I'm supposed to be a grown adult, and my 7-day-old daughter is reassuring me, but since that day, she's constantly looking at me like, Dad, chill out, I've got this, you know? And she does, she's always had it. And so, you know, same thing when she went to kindergarten and grammar school, and, you know, Maddie's day starts with about an hour's worth of treatments. And that's just to get the day started. And so I can tell you, and I'm going to pass to my wife here, Maddie comes from a long line of very impressive, brilliant, strong women. My late mother, Gloria Walsh, my lovely wife, Veronica, her sister, Kayla, and a host of others I won't bore you with, they are warriors, and they really drive our family, and we're so fortunate to have them, especially Maddie. And I'm going to pass to my wife and let her talk to you about Champ Camp, and then I'm going to come back and address you again.
Hello, I'm Ronnie Walsh. I'm Maddie's mom. I'm going to talk about searching for an overnight camp for Maddie. So her twin sister, Kayla, had gone to overnight camp the year before and had a great time, and we thought it would be really nice if Maddie could go to overnight camp for a week. And do you know how hard it is to find an overnight camp for a kid with a trach with a lot of medical equipment and a staff of nurses? It's not easy. So we'd about given up when someone, Maddie's speech therapist, told us about Champ Camp. I immediately got on the computer to look it up, and I called Jennifer. We talked for a really long time. It seemed like a great fit. I told Maddie about it. She didn't want to go. She was really nervous. I said, Maddie, I know you'll be safe. You may even have fun, and you might even make friends. You can do anything for 5 days if you know you're safe. Fast forward 5 years later. Champ Camp is the best week of Maddie's summer. She's tried everything from zip lining to horseback riding to dancing. She's made great friends. She's been named the Dancing Queen. Last year, they gave my nonverbal daughter an award for loudest voice at camp. And tonight, she's one of the keynote speakers at the Silver Sneakers Gala. I could not be more proud of her. Thank you, Champ Camp, for giving Maddie freedom, adventure, friendship, and a voice.
So I'll take another minute. So Champ Camp contributes greatly to Maddie's confidence, her compassion, and her courage, which is essential given her challenges. And because of her strength, her perseverance, her tenacity, just her sheer will, Maddie's story is not a story of limitations, but of endlessly ignoring, overcoming perceived limits, redefining, and expanding the possibilities, and at times, many, many times, just amazing us. I'm going to give you 3 examples. In the last 12 months, I've seen Maddie in a sign language play with a very prominent role in Pinocchio, where she was appropriately cast as the recalcitrant puppet who convinced all the other puppets to rebel and overtake the evil puppeteer. And she was also in the Louder Than a Bomb Poetry Slam in Chicago at Columbia College, where she wrote her own poetry and acted it while someone else spoke it for her. I think she was, she may not speak, but she just speaks volumes. But my favorite example of this would be after the recent presidential election, Maddie and her 14-year-old sister convinced us to let them go downtown for the demonstrations. And I thought, my gosh, there's going to be riot police, you know, and there's going to be police officers everywhere, and there's going to be really upset people. And so we let them take the L. And about an hour and a half later, we got a video that someone sent us with Maddie on a retaining wall in front of the Trump Hotel, exhorting hundreds of people that were chanting with her. And I thought, that's very reassuring. Sort of. So I guess I've seen Maddie perform numerous piano recitals as a soloist. She plays the drums. She's in the high school band. She's a fine writer. She's a downhill skier. Her story tonight is not a story about limitations, but overcoming them. It's an exhilarating and it's an uplifting story of redefining, expanding, and exceeding perceived limits. And I'll close with this. I thought about this long and hard. You see, what Maddie has in common with Champ Camp and this organization is just the compassion and the love that she shares with everyone at every moment. I'm humbled to be here speaking to you tonight in front of this organization. I'm not certain I'm worthy. But I want to share one thing with you, and I thought about this long and hard. We suffered as a family a great loss. On December 4th, my 26-year-old nephew was tragically killed in a car accident, and it just blew us all away. I mean, it was probably the worst thing that happened to our family in the 58 years I've been alive. But we discovered that his last Facebook tweet, or whatever you call it, I'm not a technical guy, here's what he said, and I want to share it with you. He says, "My dear friends, each and every single chance you get, tell your friends, family, and loved ones that you love them. Never miss an opportunity. A simple smile could literally change someone's day. Surround yourself with hearts full of love, and fear will never prevail. Spread kindness, hope, joy, and love. this season and all seasons. And I would suggest to all of you tonight, if it's not tonight, maybe when you get a moment tomorrow, turn to those that you love the most and take a moment and just tell them how much you love them. Veronica, I'll give you an example. JP, Ryan, Kayla, Maddie, I love you, and I will be here until my last dying breath for you. And with that note, I hope you all watch that. You got to do it now. Next 24 hours for your loved ones. With that note, we're going to have Maddie and Gracie come up and speak. I think Maddie has written something for you. Gracie's going to speak it. Maddie's going to sign it. Gracie's written something too. Thank you for listening, and thank you for coming and your gracious compassion being here tonight.
Just to get it out of there. Is that where you want it? Here?
Hi everyone, good evening. I am Grace and this is Maddie. We are very thankful to share what has happened in our lives. We want to inspire all of you to stay strong. Love yourself for who you are and love your parents as well. I have written my life story. We all have a story to share in our hearts. You can make your own story about your life. Let's take a journey through my life as a girl. When I was 3, I became deaf, then I developed scoliosis. Later on, I got a cochlear implant and a hearing aid to help me hear. With scoliosis, I had multiple surgeries to straighten my spine, but now I have no more surgeries. When I was 5, I was unable to move my arms around. Now I exercise and take medicine to help me get stronger. Also, I use a math stick in my mouth to text, read, and work on my touchscreen monitor or iPad. When I was 7, I was unable to walk on my own. Now I'm in a power chair to support myself, and I'm an excellent drummer even without driver's lessons. When I was 8, I had breathing problems and nearly died. I spent 2 months in the hospital, but now I have a ventilator and a trait to support my breathing. But I can breathe without them for periods of time. Even though my disabilities have affected me, I still work hard to do the things I am able to do. I have figured out what I can do from the past to the present. Also, my friends and family support me through my journey. I have Brown-Wieland Walley syndrome, a genetic disorder which has caused my disabilities. It took us 9 years to find out what I have. BVVL syndrome. At age 8, I stayed in the hospital for 2 months with pain and fear. My life was upside down, and I thought I would never be the same again. However, I came home with so much joy, but fear returned when my mom told me I would be leaving my family and nurses for the first time. It was when she heard of Champ Camp, and she signed me up. Even before I said I would go, I was so scared to go out first because he would take care of me. I didn't know there were other people who knew how to do my treatments. But Champ Camp changed everything, and I loved it. Being independent is like a bird flying. No family, no nurses, no one who knew me well. Champ Camp has an amazing activity, which is zip lining that was built for kids who are disabled, and no other place compared for kids like us. Champ Camp has taught me a message. Love is living through any challenge or success. It gives me the power of independence and know I am strong enough to follow my dreams. A while ago in school, I wrote a poem about my life. It just titled Fighting for the Sun, and I would like to share it with you. Life is strength. Looking different sounds unusual. Are you perfectly imperfect? See that I have become human. I was born like others. Another word for strength. Courage. My life. As a girl, fighting child, tried to open her doors, lost her everything. My hearing faded away. My spine became out. My years of holding disappeared. Feet lost. Too weak to breathe. Muscle weakened. Nearly died for no reason. And when the enemy appeared, fears of the road, until I followed the road. I follow it to now, twice of 7 of age. I rescued myself from weakness. I drowned my terror. I found my light. My path leads to the road. I survive until I got out of the ocean. The sun shone with my light. Facing my fears, someone tapped me on the shoulder, and I turned to see, brave and persevere, that the girl who fought is here. My journey has been one of the most amazing but fearful experiences. Going through challenges and successes will help me do better. The message in my story, Empowerment, was about strength. Everyone has strength. Whoever is weak still has strength. Whoever is strong still has strength. Strength is not just for war. It's for everything. I do not believe that strength is just in your muscles. Champ Camp helped me learn that strength is in your voice, your words, your heart, your life, and your soul. Instead of being taken by death's jaws, I was saved by life's strength. My journey has been a long story with many wins and losses. This is my life as a girl who has medical needs. This is my life as a girl who has a passion for caring about people. This is my life as a girl who is deaf to the voice of unfair things. This is my life as a girl who has tried to learn 3 hard times and will continue. Perseverance means to keep going, not give up. Determination means to decide to finish. Courage means you have no fear of what you're doing. Hope means you have power. Victory means you can win anything. Strength means to be strong. Stay strong. This is my life as a girl who has a life full of meaning. This is my life as a girl who has tried to open her doors. This is my life as a girl who is fighting for the sun. This is my life as a girl who has to change the world. Every summer at Champ Camp, I get inspired by those people who support me. As I get stronger every day, I never give up, and you might just want to do the same. Do what you can do, and don't let anything stop you. Thank you. I will now be in the story of Maddie's life. I hope she inspires you to be who you are and not to pretend to be anything else. Her life begins when she was restored. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror, and see a familiar reflection. A girl with wavy blonde hair, blonde eyes, and methods always finding in a trick. My left jaw is paralyzed. I'm trying not to let my reflection bother me, because I know that my reflection does not define me. When I was a newborn baby, I had breathing problems and my heart beat way too fast. That is why I have a trach. I got my trach when I was 2 months old. I am extremely grateful for my trach. However, it can be incredibly difficult when people stare at me. I know that there are many people in this room who have trachs, who are in wheelchairs, or who have other disabilities. Some of you might be able to relate to the following statements. Number one, when people stare at me, I feel uncomfortable and awkward. I look away. Number two, when people stare at me, I stare back. They mentally look away. Yeah, look away. Who are you to judge me? Number three, when people stare at me, I hold my hand high and ignore them. I do all of these things, merely the first and third one. The second one on a good day. I am not going to lie. I am still sometimes by people's stares. You would be too wet. I mean, imagine if you were sitting on a park bench, then all of a sudden, strangers look at you, and it looks like their eyes will pop out of their heads. Oh my gosh, so it's cute. It's so sad that I would not want to look at myself in the mirror. My reflection was someone who I didn't want to be. One day, in 6th grade, I was wearing a cap on my trach called a passenger valve. I was in the computer lab working on a project on the computer. I was working with a partner. My passenger valve was making strange noises. And my partner asked, "What's that noise?" My cheeks became red. My teacher said, "That's Maddie." My muscles tensed up. I looked down at the desk and then back up at their teacher. In that moment, I did not like the teacher for saying that. Why was she saying that? Did she mean to make me feel secure? Now, when I look back on the situation, I can understand why the teacher said that. She probably felt uncomfortable and didn't know what to say. "Can I go to the bathroom?" I asked. I walked out the room, out to the hallway, away into the bathroom. In the bathroom stall, I could not stop crying. I could not stand having a trach. I wanted to rip my trach off my neck. I was so mad and just plain miserable. I wanted to be someone else. I wanted to escape my body. Fortunately, the summer after 6th grade, I found out about Champ Camp. At first, I was extremely nervous to go to Champ Camp. The idea of going to camp for 4 days without one person and my family was unfamiliar to me. My mom basically had to force me to go to make me feel more comfortable. My mom asked Jennifer to direct her to have a go at camp and emailed me and told me about camp. That's how I met an amazing person named Gracie. That's me. When Gracie first texted me, she was so welcoming and kind. She was the reason I came to camp. As soon as I got to camp, I loved her. Everybody at camp is energetic, kind, and welcoming. I immediately felt like a second home. When I first came to camp, I was in 6th grade. I was going through a tough time in my life. Camp helped me realize that my appearance is not everything. I may look different from everybody else, but I still have the same thoughts, the same feelings. Even though my mouth looks like it's frowning, I can still smile. I can still laugh. Even though it's hard for me to form tears when I'm sad, I can still cry. I can still get hurt when people judge me based on my appearance. Even though I look different, I am still human. Gracie and I have been best friends for 3 years. She helped me through tough times in my life when I was insecure about what I looked like. Gracie is an awesome friend. I'm so lucky to have her in my life. Gracie helped me realize that I have a voice. Even though I can't speak, I do have a voice. My voice is in my sign language. My voice is in the speech I am giving right now. I hate when people say I don't have a voice. They have no idea how wrong they are. And you have a voice too, whether you can talk or not. You have a voice in this world. You can try to make a difference in this world. Don't be afraid to do something right in this world. If you stand up to do what's right, millions of people will stand with you. Before I end my part of this amazing speech, I would like you all to remember this. Your appearance does not define who you really are. Thank you for listening to my story. And Mandy, I have a voice, and Mandy, I have a message for you and others who can't talk. You have a voice. It's not from your mouth. It's from your heart. Mandy and I are so thankful for Champ Camp. We love to experience new things every year. Champ Camp is like a second home to us. Everyone at Champ Camp is caring, kind, and compassionate. Champ Camp is a place where no one feels left out. Champ Camp is a place where everyone has fun. Champ Camp is a place full of love and support. It has helped us to go out, learn, and discover new things about ourselves. Champ Camp has taught so many people about the true beauty of nature. Champ Camp made an impact on the lives of so many children. Champ Camp means so much to so many, and we are very grateful for the experience. We want to give a big thank you to our parents, care counselors, doctors, nurses, caregivers, their families, and all who make care possible. But most of all, we want to give lots of thanks to all of you who give donations to make care possible. Without you and your support, we would not have the opportunity each summer, and Maddie and I would not have found each other. So for you, we are very grateful. Thank you.
That was pretty amazing, wasn't it? Yeah. So thank you, Grace and Maddie. Thank you for sharing your experiences about Champ Camp, your lives, your friendship. So inspiring. We so thank you for that, the courage to come up here on stage tonight, although I don't think either of you have any problem with courage. I think you're pretty outgoing, wonderful women. So again, we can't thank you enough for coming out here tonight. So you've seen how important really this camping experience is to these kids. You've seen how important and impactful it is to their parents. And I thank Champ Camp for doing that tonight, because I think we talk about it a lot. I've done this for 10 years, and that's one of the first times, and I apologize if I've missed it, but to hear from the parents, to hear what this organization does for them, what it does for their families, how it allows them to give a little bit back to their families that work so hard 24/7 around the clock, and that they're doing it, they're sending their kids away to somewhere they know is safe, that they know they're going to be taken care of. So I hope that's what you take away from this tonight, is how important this organization is and this camp. It might be 5 days, but it is a lifetime to these families. So it is so important. So we know none of this happens without the money. We know that. That's kind of why we're here tonight. The Silver Sneaker Ball is really the one main fundraising night for this camp. So it's so important that we provide these experiences to these kids, to these families. You know, you heard it from Grace and Maddie tonight. Let's show these kids that they have a voice. Their voice is heard. Their voice is important. And that's why they're here, to make sure that they're sharing their experiences with them. So with that being said, you've already met one very important man tonight, Darren Larson. So Lawson. We're so thankful for everything. He's done this with me how many years now, Darren? We've lost count, haven't we? we've aged in front of this group here. But Darren's got a great talent, and he is going to come up on stage tonight, because I'd like to invite him. This is our live auction portion of the night. It's a lot of fun. So Darren, come on up. I'm blinded by the lights. I know you're out there. I see you. I know. I will let you know. There was a little shine on the top of your head. I did see you. I did see you coming.
Yeah, the hairstyle's on purpose, so that I can be seen in a lighter room. All right. Can you hear me? Okay. A little bit more, if you would, please. So,
thank you all again. I was totally surprised, and it really is. It's such. I mean, every year you come here. How many of you are at Silver Sneaker Ball for the first time ever? Show me your hands. Holy cow, that's half the room. Give those folks a nice round of applause. And I think that there's a reason why we have tables all the way up to the screens here tonight. That doesn't normally happen, because once you come to this event, once you see the good that is being done for these children and these families, you want to come back, and you want to keep coming back. And it's a wonderful group, and I'm pleased to have been involved with it for several years. Julia and Rick and Donna, and we sorted live auction, silent auction stuff on their dining room table, I don't know, 10 years ago or something. But so, anyway, if this is your first time at Silver Sneaker, you may have never been to a live auction before. Well, I'm an auctioneer. I do this for a living. If at any point during the sale of anything that I'm selling you don't understand something that I'm saying, put your hand in the air to ask your question. Thank you, sir. $1,000 sold. Thank you very much. Now, actually, that's how I want you to bid, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to get those hands up high. And I apologize to you guys who heard that joke before that have been here. But get those hands up high to bid in the live auction. We got some great items for you here. And once again, this is our money raising time. So if you want to see the lives change like you've heard stories about, and you hear these stories year after year after year, if you want to help continue that mission, help us right now. Bid in the live auction. We're going to give you an opportunity for a giving opportunity a little bit later, too. So let's have an auction. What do you say? Are you guys ready? Yes. All right. Item number 1 is an easy one. This is an Indianapolis staycation for you. Nice little weekend here downtown at the Conrad. Complimentary valet parking. Couples massage at Evan Todd Spa and Salon. You see it illustrated for you on the screen there. Dinner for 2 at Prime 47, and breakfast for 2 the next morning at the Capitol Grill. First item, live auction. Here we go. How much you want to give on it here? First item, how much you want to give on it? Say now I'm going to get $2,000. You're going to get $2,000. We're going to get $2,000. We're going to get $1,000. You never heard anybody do this before, have you? I could tell. Somebody get $1,000. Everybody get $1,000. Everybody get $1,000. Start the bid. $500. Let's go. At $500 here. $500. Everybody get $500. Bid down. $500. $500. Thank you, sir. $600. At $500 here. $600. At $500. Everybody get $600. Everybody get $600. You know, Mother's Day's coming up. Nice little Mother's Day weekend, guys. I just want to plant a little seed for you. 500, 600, at 600 here, now 7, at 7, sir, at 6, at 7, bid now, 7, at 700, it's your turn, don't lose your turn. 700, at 6, thanks for your bid, 600, 700, at 600, 700, thank you, sir, now 800, you want to give 800, 800, bid now 800, bid 800, now 9, 8 at 9, do you say it, sir, 900, 900, now 1,000, at a $1,000, remember at a charity auction, it doesn't matter what you get, it matters what you give, 1,000, now 1,100, 1,000 bid, 1,100. Thanks for your bidding. 1,000 bid, $1,100, $1,100. $1,100, going once. 1,100, $1,100, going twice. 1,100, a third and final call. 1,100. I sold it right here at $1,000. Give him a nice round of applause. Sold it $1,000. Here she is, right here. We'll have, once you're declared the winner on an item, one of the fine folks from the Gift Smart will come over and collect your information and get you recorded. So this next item is a little different. If you haven't been here before, this is a dinner party with our own favorite Champ Camp Colt, Anthony Costanzo. Come on. So some of you were here a few years ago, and you remember we sold the shoes off Anthony's feet. He went home in his socks.
I got these shoes last year here.
You bought them here last year?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, actually, whoever got these shoes from the auction this year, it's awesome. They actually got them custom made by I believe it was Carmel Arts Club, but it's fantastic. I got X-Men shoes.
Right on. So you're going to dinner. Here's how we do this. We're going to start at a number, a low number. You, as an individual, can take up to 4 people. So when I call out a number, you're going to stand up and you're going to give me how many fingers in the air that you want to go. And then we're going to go up, and when the price gets to where you just can't stand it anymore, you got to sit down. And we're going to keep counting as we go. So, for example, did you guys have fun at this last year, by the way?
Yeah, we had a great time. Also, let the price go up high, because I am going to be up here, and I will feel really bad if it stops at like $100 or something. So don't embarrass me up here, all right?
Okay, so, but in order to educate on how this works, I'm going to say, how many of you in the room would give $50 for dinner? Okay, stand up. You got to stand up. If you would give $50, stand up and hold in your hand how many fingers you want to be in your party. All right? Up to 4 per person. Up to 4. All right. You guys get it? All right. Now, how many of you would give $100 a person? Nobody sat down. 150, 200, 250. All right, let's get a count here. Okay. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, we got a few more. What was that last number? That was 2. Okay, 300. Okay, wait. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14, 16, 20. Okay. 325. 325. Oh, we gained a new one. All right, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many fingers you got up there, sir? 2, thank you. 6, 10, 12, 14, 18, 20. Okay, 350. Nobody sat. Oh, wait, one guy did. 4, 8, 12, 14, 16, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. We still got 28. 375. 375. Wait. Oh, that might. Oh. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 20, 4. All right, I got 24. 400. Ooh, wait. 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16, 18. So that was 375. I'm sorry, 400. We got 18. We got 18 at 400. First person to jump back up. You got 4. I had you at 4. Were you at 2 before? Sold right there. He's gone up to 4. Yeah, I got back over here. Yeah. So now we got 4, 8, 10. Got 20, right? Give those guys a nice round of applause. Stand up. Stay standing. Stay standing so we can get you confirmed. Stay standing and we'll get you entered on those. Awesome. Thanks, brother. Isn't that fun? They're going to dinner at Eddie Merlot's. All right, stay standing till one of the members comes over and confirms that with you. All right, awesome. Now, a contribution to the event this year. Up-and-coming Indiana artist, Megan Elijah. Sure to be Hoosier Salon and Indiana Heritage Arts prize winner very, very soon. I sell a lot of art, so that's how I know. Yeah, here they come. We've got, she's going like this. She did, any Cubs fans in the house? So she created these paintings. She created these paintings specifically for this event, and what we're going to do is sell the high bidder first choice. And I am going to make a commitment for you as well, Miss Elijah, that once that the winner of these will get them personally inscribed on verso by the artist. Do that. Stand up. Here she is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, one only. These are not prints. These are original one of a kind fine art here. So high bidder gets first choice. And how much would I give on it here? How much would I give here for it? I'm going to get $3,000. You're going to get $2,000. I'm going to get $1,000. You're going to get $1,000 bid now. $1,000 perfect for your office or home sports room. You're going to get $1,000. You're going to get $1,000. Cubs fans testify. Give me $500 for choice. At $500, I'm going to get $5 bid now. $500, I'm going to get $5 here now. $500, I'm going to get $500. I'm going to get $500. I'm going to get $5. Get $4. $500 here. Thank you, sir. $600, sir. At $600, thank you now. $7. At $700, I'm going to get $7 bid now. $7. Now $8. At $800, I'm going to give $8 bid now. $800 bid at you want to give $800. Thank you, sir. Now $9. $800, I'm going to get $900. $800, thanks for your bid. $800 bid. I'm going to get $900 on it. I'm going to get $900 bid now. $9 now. We're going to get 9 now. We're going to get 9. We're going to get 9. We're going to get 900 going once. At 900, we're going to get 900 going twice. At 900, we're going to get 9. Third and final call. $900. Sold right here at $800. Thank you, sir. Sold at $800. Which one would you like? No, second table. Which one would you like, or would you like both? Yes. You take that one? Thank you, sir. He takes this one over here. Thank you. Sir, I'm going to give you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You won't have to bid again. If you like this one, you can have it for the same amount. He wanted that one too. Okay, well, let's sell the other one then. Would you give $500 for it? Thank you, sir. $600. I got 5. $600. I got 5. And I'm going to get $600 on the bid now. $600 on her now. I'm going to get $600. I'm going to get $600. I got $500 bid now. $600 on it. I'm going to get $600. I'm going to get $600. I'm going to get $600. Going once, twice, 3 times. Oh, $600 now. 7. At $700. At 7. Thanks for your bid, sir. At $600. I'm going to get. We always need good backup bidders. At $600. I'm going to get $700. $600. I'm going to get $700 bid now. $700 here. We're going to get $700. I'm going to get $700. I'm going to get $700. So, right here at $600. Thanks very much for your bid. Sold at $600. Congratulations. Thank you. All right. This is, you know, as I mentioned earlier, I do a lot of these events each year. This is like the best 500 package that anybody puts together. This is fantastic. Not only do you get to go to Qualls Day with suite tickets in the Contour Hardening Suite, with pit access and a private tour by Indy Car Series motorsports expert Kurt Cavan. Not only do you get all that stuff, you get to go to the track with 4 tickets on race day, including the police escort and reserved parking. The police escort part of this is worth the whole thing to me. Because how many of you have been sitting on 16th Street waiting to get in the track, and you see the cop flying by with that car behind him, and you're like, oh, wow, who is that? That must be somebody really special. It can be you. So here's your IndyCar package. 4 tickets to the race, 2 suite tickets for qualifications day, pit tour from Kurt Cavan, garage visit, behind the scenes at Indy, tour of the IMS Media Center, and a ride in the 2-seater is part of this package too. So this is fantastic. This is a fantastic package, and you can only buy stuff like this at events like this, and you can only buy a package this good at this event. How much you want to give here? And somebody give out 10,000. At 10,000, I'm gonna get 5. I have 2,000. Thank you. Now 3. I got 2. We're gonna get 3,000. I got 2. Now $3,000. We're gonna get 3 bid. Now $3,000 here. We're gonna get 3 bid. Now 3,000. I'm gonna get 3,000. At 3,000, I get 2,500. At 2, we're gonna get 25. At $2,000, we're gonna get 2,500. We're gonna get 5 here. We're gonna get 5. We're gonna get 20. It brought over twice that last year. 2,500. At 2B, we're gonna get 25. At 2B, now 25. We're gonna get 25. We're gonna get 25. Do I need to go down the list again? This is incredible. 2,500. At 2,000, we're gonna get 25. At 2,000, we're gonna get 25. Thank you here. Now 3. At 25, we're gonna get 3,000. At 25, we're gonna get $3,000 bid. We're gonna get 3 bid. Now 3. A rare opportunity here, ladies and gentlemen. I have 2,500. Give 3,000. At 25, we're gonna get 3. At 25, bid down $3,000 here. We're gonna get 3 bid. Now $3,000 here. We're gonna get 3. Now we're gonna get 3,000. This is your last chance, and this is a tremendous deal. 2,500, 3,000 going once. That at $3,000 bid. We're gonna get 3 bid. Now 3,000 go. Give 2,750. 25's bid, 2,750 going twice. At 27.5, we're gonna give 5. Third and final call. 2,750. Say it with me. Sold. $2,500. Give her a nice round of applause. Congratulations. That's a great, great, great package. All right, next up here. This is your Blend Bar Luxury Shuttle. And you can take this anywhere in the state that you want to go. There it is. Luxury Shuttle here. It's a big high top sprinter. Very, very nice. And it will take 8 people. Like, you can go to Notre Dame football game or IU or, anywhere. Anywhere you want to go. Be a great, great opportunity for a tailgating with a private driver. And it's an all-day deal. Or you could just go bar hopping around town, or you could use it for a wedding or a party, whatever you'd like to do. This is your chance for 8 people with the driver. Go wherever you want to go. How much you want to give on it here? That's going to get $1,000. You're going to get $1,000 bid. Now $1,000. I'm going to get one bid. I'm going to get one bid. I'm going to get 1,000. Get 5,000 here. Thank you. Now $1,250. 1,000 bid. $1,250. 1,000 bid. I'm going to get 12. I'm guessing since it's the Blend Cigar Bar, you can smoke cigars in it too. I'm just thinking maybe. 1,000 bid. $1,250. 1,000 bid. I'm going to get $1,250. 1,000 bid. We're going to get 12. We're going to get 12.5. Drivers included here. 1,000 bid. $1,250. 1,000 bid. We're going to get $1,250. We're going to get 12.5. We're going to get $1,250 bid. Now we're going to get $1,250. 1,000 bid. We're going to get $1,250. 1,000 bid. Now we're going to get $1,250. We're going to get 12.5. We're going to get $1,250 bid here. We're going to get 12.5 going once. At 12.5. We're going to get 12. We're going to get 12.5 going twice. At 12.5 here now. Third and final call. $1,250. Sold. Thank you, sir. $1,000 right here. Sold at $1,000. Thanks so much. Another one-of-a-kind package opportunity here for you, ladies and gentlemen. Colts fans, give it up. Colts, are there any Colts fans in the house? You got to do better than that. Anthony Costanzo sitting right here. Is there any Colts fans in the house? All right. This is for 2 people to go to the 2017 Indianapolis Colts away game of your choice. No restrictions. You can go wherever you want. Any regular season away game. I don't know. Are they going to London this year? I don't know. It says. What? Oh, domestic. Okay, domestic travel. But still. That's good. I like the way you're thinking, though. All right. This includes 2 tickets to the Colts game of your choice, including pre-game sideline passes, 2 round-trip air tickets on American, a 2-night hotel stay, limousine service from your home to the airport and back from Airport Executive Car Services. So go to an away game with the Colts and get down on the sideline before the game and have a great time. Here you go. How much you want to give on it here? And so we're going to give how many we're going to give here for? They're going to get 3,000. They're going to get how much? $1,000. Thank you, sir. Now $1,250. 1,000 bid. $1,250. Now 15. Now 17.50. At 17 and a half here, we're gonna get 2,000. At 2,000, he said. Now 22.50. I get two. We're gonna get 22.50. At 2,000, we're gonna get 22.50. At a $2,000 air, hotel, sideline passes, and game tickets. 2,000. 22.50. Now 25 and 25. 25. Now 3 at 3,000. Now 3,500 at 3,000. We're gonna get 35 at 3,000. To you, sir. At 3,000. 3,500. I get 3. We're gonna get 35. At 3, we're gonna get 35. And we're gonna get 3,500. At 3, you got it. 35. 3,500. You got 3,000 here. Give 32.50. At a 3,000. 32.50's here. Now 35, sir. And now 35. I have 32.50. 35. Thank you. Now 37.50. I get 35, we're gonna get 37.50. At 35B, we're gonna get 37.50, we're gonna get 37.50, and we're gonna get 37.50. At 35, 37.50, and 30. I have 3,500 over here, sir. You want to get 37.50, 37.50, 37.50, 37.50. We're gonna get 37. You want to get 37.50, sir? Thank you, sir. Now 4,000 at 37.50. We're gonna get 4,000, sir. It's your turn. 4,000. 4,000, he said. Now 42.50. Out of 4,000, we're going to get 42.50. Out of 4,000, 42.50. We're going to get 2.5 here. Thank you, sir. Now 45 and 4,500. At 42, we're going to get 45. Thanks for your bidding. At 42.50's bid. 4,500. At 45, we're going to get 45 going once. At a 45, we're going to get 5. We're going to get 45 going twice. At a 45, we're going to get 5. We're going to get 5. Third and final call. 4,500. Sold right here at 42.50. Thank you, sir. 42.50. Thank you as well. Thanks for your bidding here. Oh, now they're all lobbying to see if they can go with him. All right. Another perennial favorite here in the live auction. For many, many years, Robin Wagner has done a one-of-a-kind painting. And most recently, it has been of our keynote speakers. And have a look here. This is Grace and Maddie. Come on up here, hon. Now you're Vanna White. Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful opportunity here for you to buy the one-of-a-kind watercolor here, and then I'm going to have something extra special for you after we sell this too. So here's the watercolor of tonight's keynote speakers, Grace and Maddie. One-of-a-kind again. How much are we going to give on it here? And we're going to give 2,000. You're going to get 2,000. We're going to get $2. We're going to get $1,000. At 1,000's here. 15, sir. At a 15. Now 2,000. At $2,000. We're going to get 2. Bid now $2,000. We're going to get 15's here. 2,000. At a 15. 17.50 then. At 17.50. There's no sales tax either. 17.50. We're going to get 17.50. At a 1,500. We're going to get 17.50. We're going to get 17.5 here. We're going to get 17.50. At a 17.5 here. We're going to get 5 here. Now we're going to get 17.50 going once. Oh, we have 15 here. Ah, all right. So you get that one, right? He gets this one, and the other one you get, and give it to them. I like that. Is that good for you guys? There we got. Sold here, 1,500 apiece. Or 2,000 back here. He wants to give 2,000. And you want to be 2,000 also? Both of them $2,000. Both of the girls get a painting. Good job. Every year, it's like this here. Something awesome like that happens. So come back next year. But anyway, I'm I was told too. One of you that had your hand up for the Anthony Costanzo dinner, you didn't. Did you get recorded? No. Okay, right there. All right, thank you. So now our next this is your giving opportunity, and you have heard so many stories here tonight about what's necessary and what gets done and how lives are impacted. This is where we continue to make those things happen. So we're going to give everybody an opportunity. If you didn't get something purchased in the silent auction that you wanted, or you didn't get something in the live auction that you were bidding on, and you still feel compelled to give, we want to give you an opportunity to do that right now. So if you haven't seen this before, we're going to start at a number and go down several levels and give everybody an opportunity to make a donation here tonight. And donations are what fuels this. I keep wanting to use the wrong word here. But donations are what fuels these impacts that are being made on these lives. So, for example, everybody's going to get a chance. If you could be if you feel compelled to give $10,000, just raise your hand. We're going to give everybody an opportunity. We've had lots of great donations made each year. So again, we're going to give everybody a chance here tonight. If you could, for example, if you could be a $5,000 donor, if you could just raise your hand for us right now. If you could be $5,000 to make all these lives change here. You have a comment, sir? Okay, so if you can be, and don't let me forget, if you can, did I miss any $5,000 hands? I want to make sure. All right, can you, for example, let's just say if you could be a $2,000 donor, you are adopting a camper. That's what it costs to put a kid. Anthony Costanzo right here has got $2,000. Thank you, sir. Keep your hands up. And we'll have the Give Smart people will come out and confirm these pledges. Go right on out there because there's a couple of more. If there's 2,000 here, give them a nice round. There's 2,000 on the back. There's 2,000 here. Keep your hands up until somebody comes and collects that. That $2,000 adopts a camper for the entire week. This is only one of 7 camps in the entire country that serves the population of kids that we do. And many times it's, as you've heard, it's a first time where a parent and a child have had the opportunity to experience something like this. $2,000 gives them that opportunity. Did we get all the $2,000 pledges? Here's another 2,000 right here, please. And there's another 2,000 over here. Thank you, sir. We'll get anybody, and we will make sure to keep that hand up until one of the Give Smart folks comes and collects that pledge from you. So, did we get all the 2,000s confirmed? Do me a favor, give those $2,000 pledges a nice round of applause, please. Okay, let's say, for an example, medical supplies at $1,000 goes toward purchasing medical supplies, nursing supplies, respiratory supplies. If you can give $1,000, your money could help do something like that. Here's 1,000, Rick, right here. Here's 1,000. Here's 1,000. There's 1,000. There's 1,000. Keep them up, and we'll get you taken care of. There's 1,000 right here. Every single dollar counts here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody else? Keep those hands up at $1,000. You understand medical supplies would be kind of an important thing. Here's another 1,000 right here. Here's another 1,000, Kim, right here. Thank you, sir. Did we get all the $1,000 pledges confirmed here? Here's 1,000 right down front, please. Thank you. Give all those $1,000 pledges a nice round of applause. I like that number. He said, I want to put in $1,600. All right. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Now, just as another example of what your money can do, $500 would buy adaptive archery equipment. Is that cool? Yay. He says yay right here. You like that? You like the archery? Awesome. So if you can be a $500 donor, put your hand up right now. Here's 500, there's 500, 500 here, 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 here. Keep those hands up. That is fantastic. There's 500 over here, and 500 here, and 500 here. And we're going to keep confirming those from you. That is, there's so many things. Keep those hands up. Keep those hands up high, and we'll get you confirmed here. There's so many things that get done here at Champ Camp that kids can't experience anywhere else. I've never been on a zip line. These kids are going zip lining. There's 500 down here. Here's 500 here. 500 back in the corner here. And 500 over there. Fantastic. All right. And we have back in the corner too over here. And 500 down here too. And back in that corner, Kim. There you go. And 500 there. And you got here. We're getting that last 500 confirmed over there. All right. Yeah, okay, I'll just do it. All right, so give all those $500 folks a nice round of applause. All right, now, I want you all to take out your phones. I usually don't like to say that, but now I want you to do it. Take out your phone, because when you came in, you registered your phone to bid in the silent auction, right? Everybody did, right? Nod your heads yes, and we can move along with the program. Thank you. So, you're going to notice on the GiveSmart app, there's a button that says Pledge. Green button that says Pledge. So take that phone out, find that button. If you can, and is 250 a pre-populated number? Yeah, okay. At $250, for example, horseback riding. If you could give $250, that would pay for campers to have a horseback riding experience. Check that out. So if you can make that $250 pledge, I want you to do that with your mobile device right now. And when you get that done, when you make that $250, I want you to raise your hand for us so we know that you've got, here's $250 here, and $250 here, and $250 here, and here, and here. And if you need help getting that in, just kind of wave your hand a little bit. We'll get one of the GiveSmart folks to come over and get that confirmed from you. When you get that $250 in, keep your hand up. That's a $250. There's $250 there. Thank you. Anybody need a hand getting that entered? All right. Did we get everybody over here? You got your $250s in? There's $250. Thank you, dear, for that. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And $250 here. Thank you. All right. Everybody got their $250s in? Give those folks a nice round of applause. Now we're going to do the same thing for our next level. Same thing for our next level. If you can be $100, I want you to take that phone out and put that in right now. If you can do $100, put that in right now. When you get that $100 pledge made, raise your hand for us too. We want to keep you recognized. There's 100 here. Thank you, sir. There's 100 here and 100 back there. And 100 here. Thank you. And here. Thank you. Well, you can put that $100 in. Get your hand up. Make sure we get you recognized. Thank you, Julia. And 100 over here. Thank you so much. And 100 back here. Thank you. That's fantastic. Keep those. Every dollar counts. There's 100 here. Thank you so much. $100, for example, your $100 donation provides for these adaptive swimming supplies. Anybody else? Anybody need a hand getting that $100 in? We'll take. We can give you a hand. We can get some people come over and confirm that from you. Everybody that got their $100 in? All right. Give those $100 pledges a nice round of applause. And for $50, if you can make a $50 donation, that will give us adaptive art supplies. So put your $50 in. When you get your $50 in for art supplies, raise your hand. When you got your $50, here's $50. Thank you so much. And there's a 50 here. Thank you. Put those $50 right into your phone. Just hit that pledge button of $50. Or if you can make a $25 donation, you know what that does? That buys s'mores for the campfire. Right? You can't have camp without s'mores. So you can put a $25 in. Do that right now. Raise your hand. We want to give you a nice round two. There's some s'mores there, and there's some s'mores here. Thank you. And this young lady's got some s'mores. Thank you, dear. All right. So, and then if you've got any other amount in mind that you'd like to donate, if you want to give like $65, you can enter your own number on that too. If you've decided now, after you've seen a little bit more about this, you know, I would like to be a $2,000 donor, I would like to be a $5,000 donor, you can put that amount in right now, or you can raise your hand. One of the Gift Smart people will come get you taken care of. All right. Did everybody get their donations in? Every single dollar counts here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Give yourselves a nice round of applause for supporting Champ Camp once again. So, I have been told that painting that we sold, we have, what's the printer again? Harding Foreman printer. Foreman, thank you. Poorman, thank you. Harding Poorman will make prints of the painting of Grace and Maddie. And if you can make a $100 donation here, or more, if you'd like, you can have, we'll get one of those prints made for you from Harding Poorman. Would anybody else like a print of Maddie and Grace? Here's one right here. Thank you, dear. And we'll need to confirm those too. And here's one here, and here, and there. You want to confirm those? And $100, there's a print here, and a print here, and prints over here, and a print down here. You want to just write the names down? Okay, if you want to print, everybody just stand up and we'll just get your names written down from you here. We'll get you confirmed. If you want one of those prints, go ahead and just stand up and one of the gals come over and get your name written down, get you reserved for one of those. All right. While they're finishing that up, I want to say thank you once again. It's been a wonderful evening once again to be with you all. I will look forward to seeing you again next year, and welcome back to the stage the best MC in the charity auction business, Julia Moffett. Thanks.
Darren, thank you. Thank you. And hey, congratulations again on your Silver Sneaker Award tonight. You're amazing. We thank you for everything you've done for the organization. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we're almost done here, guys, you guys. So we want to let you know just a few things here. If you won an auction item this evening, you're going to receive a text message. So obviously we all have our phones out, so keep a look at your phones, follow the instructions there, and they can check out because it's now open right now. We also invite you to enjoy the delicious coffee bar that you will find out right here as soon as the doors open. And then if you still want to dance and get your groove on tonight, we have right outside here DJ Steve will be performing, letting you dance and do everything. So thank you so very much. Again, I know that a lot of you are new here tonight. We invite you, we beg of you, share the message of how important this organization is and the great work. I mean, you've heard from the families, you've heard from the campers themselves of how important this is. Go out and share the message and bring your friends back with you next year, okay? Thank you. Have a great night.